Hey, Mag Truth back again on another podcast Thursday video style. We go get into some things. We're basically gonna touch on, a couple subjects and discuss some things that they're showing up right now. We go get into this first thing we go talk about is the supposed spies, the so-called spy object or unidentified flying object that they're telling you that they shoot down. We go get into those and break it down a little bit to see what kind of agenda is it. The so-called alien invasion already. I already told you about it, that is coming. With all those supposed signs and wonders that they're showing you in the sky, weird things in the sky, what you think they was doing. And now they're pulling off this shit. They might tell you that it's not a UFO supposedly, but what they want you to think is the word of the game. Let's listen.
And 3, as of now, still unidentified objects shot out of the sky are not from another planet.
Why did they call it unidentified flying object? For a reason. They already place it in the subconscious mind of the people. Once they hear unidentified flying object, they're thinking of UFOs. You understand? Like an alien so-called spaceship into Earth. You understand? That's why they're doing it. So they might tell you, no, we don't think it's from another planet or nothing. But that's what they want to place in the people's head. Pay attention.
But the truth is still out there somewhere.
Why?
Today, senators received a classified briefing, and we heard publicly for the first time from the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Chief Washington correspondent Blake Berman is live at the White House. Blake, tell us what is new here.
Let's see. And he's not there, people. He's not there. Only thing there is the White House behind the so-called footage that they put there. You understand? It's fakery. 100% fake news.
Well, we still don't know exactly what these 3 objects are that were most recently shot out of the sky, but the White House was willing to go at least a little bit further in its explanation today, saying the leading explanation at this point in time is that they were either being used for commercial purposes or benign purposes.
Benign purposes, commercial or benign. You hear that, people? They're just messing with your head. Like I say, you're gonna feel like the government is hiding UFOs. They don't get it. That's the reason why they do it. So all the conspiracy theories gonna come out and tell you, yes, aliens is coming into the earth and the government is hiding it. Pay attention here. So they shoot down those so-called unidentified flying objects. They haven't to recover them yet. You believe that? Remember, they was trying to make them, lead them into an area or catch them into an area where they claim it's safe to shoot it down. So that means you can recover it right away. But the whole thing is a show. 100% to put it in your subconscious mind that they got these alien ship flying around in the earth. All fake shit. I already told you. Nothing going out, nothing coming in. The earth is covered by a dome. You're trapped in here. Pay attention.
But it still might take some time for all of this to be pinned down, as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff today gave an indefinite time frame for recovery due to the conditions.
What kind of condition? It's bullshit, people. 100% fakery. The condition is so bad they can't get it. Come on, people. Wake up. It's garbage.
2, 3, and 4 not yet recovered.
Look,
they're in very difficult terrain.
You believe them, people? As you could see, this guy show up right here. Once you see him, you know already who he work for. The world government. 100%. He don't have nothing to do with America. He just fooling the people here. Take a look at these things that he got on, including the eagle right there on the side of him. You see that right there? This is what they do. All fakers tricking the dumb masses.
We'll get them eventually, but it's going to take some time to recover those.
Why it take so long?
We also heard from the White House today say that they will unveil new protocols and parameters, most likely by Friday, as to how to potentially deal with more of these objects, Nicole, in the future.
Because they're sure more of them is coming in. And like what they said before, there's a lot of them used to come in, they just didn't tell you. Where they're leading your people, I already told you, the alien invasion. They already trick you with space and aliens. You believe in it already. They can use it to destroy you.
We mentioned that classified briefing. What are senators saying about that?
Classified briefing is bullshit.
Yeah, we heard from a lot of the senators as they came out of that briefing up on Capitol Hill. One of them, Senator Marco Rubio, who is the chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, was trying to make the point that there have actually been hundreds of these UAPs, these unidentified aerial phenomena in the recent years.
You hear what they call them now, people? Go back again. Listen.
UAPs, these unidentified aerial phenomena in the recent years.
Wow. Wow.
What bothers me the most is everyone's acting like this is the first time we've ever seen these things, and so we reacted that way. No, it isn't.
You hear that?
We've had hundreds and hundreds of cases reported by military personnel. We've been talking about...
What the hell you think he talking about, people, about report by military personnel? What you think they're talking about? I told you they set the stage right for your ass right here. You understand? Remember, that's the reason why you see Discovery, National Geographic, Science Channel, all of them pushing those so-called aerial footage that they say military people captured and all kind of, NASA captured, and the government keep it a secret. They show you a dot with a circle around it or a square and tell you, look, unidentified flying object come in, and the government hiding it. That's what the Marco Rubio is talking about. They're all full of shit. They wanted to believe in aliens. They're coming into the earth. You believe them? I already told you the only aliens here is the people that running you. 100%. Those serpent peoples is not really human. That's why they're doing these things to us. You better wake up and understand it. They're the only aliens here.
And there's a process now that's been set up to analyze these. And this data should be a part of that process.
Why they didn't analyze them long time if you say they've been coming in? Hundreds of them. And you've been seeing them. And it's been reported. And it's now you're going to investigate it now? When it comes down to the end of times, people, they got to implement these things 100% in.
Others here in Washington are calling on President Biden to be more forthcoming and to address the issue himself. The Senate Majority Leader, Chuck Schumer, is urging patience.
You hear that? Pay attention to this faker right here, people. Pay attention. They're all coming out to fool the masses. And the dumb thing about it, all of them know that it's fuckery. 100%. All of them know. It's only the peoples in the dark, the ones that don't think for themselves, that don't use their brain. Just grab these things that the people send them and actually echoing it like it's real.
Some of our Republican colleagues are being, at the very minimum, premature and often just very political. There's a lot of information to assess. There's a lot of information to recover. And the administration is on top of this.
What a dumb shit, people. What they recover from the so-called first balloon, they have to send a fighter jet, a F-22, to shoot down a balloon. What did they find in that? They tell you? The whole wide world gone dumb. Don't let them fool you. I already told you what this is. Move.
Now, there are rising concerns.
Now, listen this right here, people. First, they tell you about the so-called balloon, the spy balloon that China sent in. And like I say, that's a different agenda from the rest of them. You understand? The first one that they show you, the white balloon that they tell you that China sent in, is a different agenda from the other so-called balloons. Not balloons, but other flying object that they so-called see. You understand? So the first one that they identify and tell you that is China from day one. They didn't even ask where it come from. They tell you it's China sent it. That's for to convince the masses that China is this great power and trying to manipulate the people in America. So that's why they do that. And not only in America, but the world. So they're going to tell you right here that China got surveillance camera in government businesses or government so-called offices everywhere in the world, basically. We go get into that and break it down and show you some things. The reason why they tell you that balloon, the fake shit, belongs to China, because they want you to think that China is this great power that control a lot of things and the masses. But it's all a show. They're on the world stage, the destruction of the masses. Listen.
Now, there are rising concerns over Chinese-made surveillance cameras in the government offices in Australia.
Government offices. Why would another country, China, have a surveillance camera in a government office in Australia? I already told you, people, China is strongly tied to the world government. They are a big part of what they're going to use or how they're going to destroy the world. China is in there knee deep. You don't get it?
Canberra has now removed more than 900 Chinese-made surveillance cameras, intercoms, electronic entry systems, and video recorders. An audit last week found that the technology had been installed in more than 250 departments and agencies in Australia. Australia's cybersecurity minister had earlier called Chinese espionage and foreign interference the greatest threat to Australia's way of life.
Yes, and it's the same thing the American gonna tell you about those so-called balloons and everything that they claim China sent in. And even the supposed devices that made in China. Remember, all devices made there. Your cell phone, Apple, your Samsung, your Google, all of them made there. You seen the appliances? The appliances got the same name. Samsung, LG, all of them. They all made in China. You understand? Or in that region. And they're gonna tell you, remember, these things supposed to be smart. All of them gonna be watching the masses and take data. And they're gonna tell you it's all China. But I already told you it's the world government. It's a reason why everything make in China. Like I said, China got ties, strong ties to the world government. And how the world gonna get destroyed, they're important to it. So they're the distributors of all of these technology that they're gonna tell you. It's taking your info and collecting your data. But who they really collecting it for? The world government. For them to destroy the people on earth. They're already gonna study you, know every move you're gonna make, even your thoughts, by using those devices. Pay attention.
The minister said that all cameras within his department's buildings would be removed, asserting how it was.
Why did they put them there to begin with? Why did you accept them from another country, a surveillance camera in your supposedly government buildings? Why? It makes no sense, people, but why they do it? You don't get it, people. Like I said, China gonna destroy the world. They're the one who set up to do that. 100%.
To make sure that the facilities are completely secure.
They make all
China,
cameras.
meanwhile, has reacted to this order to remove the cameras as an erroneous action that abuses state power and discriminates against Chinese companies.
Yeah, that they discriminate against Chinese company because they take out the surveillance camera. And like I say, if you take a look at all those countries, what represent them, the same star. I mentioned the people, the so-called, different people from us, the ones that are controlling us. These serpent peoples. That's what represent them, that star. You don't get it. Why you think all these countries have it on? They the one who destroying the earth. Once you see them with a star on their flag or for their logo like America, you understand what they're doing. They're part of destroying the earth right here.
中国政府一贯鼓励中国企业按照市场原则和国际规则，在遵守当地法律的基础上开展对外投资合作。我们反对任何泛化国家安全概念、滥用国家力量、歧视打压中国企业的错误做法。希望我方为中国企业正常经营提供公平、公正、非歧视的环境。 多做有利于双方互信与合作的事。
But Australia is not the only country that has removed.
Look, people, more star again on the flag, and the red cross right there. But you sleep, you can't see it. Stay blind.
Chinese surveillance cameras. Similar moves have been made in the United States and in Britain.
They're also in America, people. Why? Why would you let Chinese put up some surveillance camera in your country? Surveilling what? I already told you, people. All of them is in on it. The American government is in on it. That's what they do. It's not China is watching you. It's the world government. The people who in charge of those people who in charge of you. Just watch.
As well, which have taken measures to stop the government buildings from installing Chinese-made cameras at sensitive sites.
Yeah, that Chinese-made camera. They're gonna suspend that. Chinese-made camera in sensitive spot. What did I tell you, people? China make all those devices, and now they're gonna tell you that China is actually using it to watch and manipulate you. I already told you what they're doing. China just playing the scapegoat. That's what they do. And like I say, in these new times, you can't hide from the peoples. Every single thing you do, you're gonna be recorded. You're gonna be monitored. Just pay attention. Bam. Yeah, we get into another subject right here. Because like I say, I'm going to break down multiple, things that's going on. A lot of agenda that they're setting up for the masses right now for the end times. And I'm going to show you them now. Another thing that you need to understand, this agenda that they got between man and woman. Kind of like, stirring up the pot. So man can hate woman, woman can hate man. And then you can have the destruction with the Sodom and Gomorrah. I already break that down a lot of times. And show you the agenda that they have on the table is 100% real. So all of these supposedly, they call it, domestic abuse, and they say women go into it and it's picked up in the pandemic and it got worse, and man is abusing women and all of these shit. But I already told you, it's just a smoke screen for their agenda, 100%. And of course they can put the hype and push it up to make it look worse than it actually is. Let's get into these so-called videos right here, and I'm going to show you the agenda. Make it run.
Is live in Northwest Harris County with that breaking free story. Taisha.
Breaking free. You hear that? They call it breaking free because, yes, some woman is getting abused by a man and they need to break free. You see that right there? TV always have the right slogan for the masses. Pay attention. They're the one who destroying us.
Keith, one of those women died in the parking lot right behind me. I spoke with her family a short time ago who say Cassandra had so much to live for, they do not believe that she would have jumped. But for those that did, domestic violence advocates say it likely was their only form of control inside of that moving vehicle.
You hear that, people? And of course, they got these people that know everything about domestic abuse and all of these things. Yes, so the woman didn't see no other move to make but to jump out of a moving car, and then she died. And of course you're gonna come and say, yeah, it's because of the man. He's so wicked, the woman don't wanna be in his presence. She wanna jump out the damn moving car. Why get in the car with him? And I'm gonna show you some things how they fool the masses. You're never gonna understand, but I'm gonna break it open and show you what really happened. Pay attention.
Domestic violence advocates say it likely was their only form of control inside of that moving vehicle.
Control by
There's
jumping
a lot
out?
of relationships out there like this.
You hear that? They got to mention there's a lot of relationship out there like this. Pay attention.
Toxic relationship.
Nora Garza is grieving the death of her 19-year-old niece, Cassandra Caraballo. Caraballo died last week when Harris County deputies say she jumped from an SUV in a Cypress parking lot after a domestic disturbance with her boyfriend. Garza says her niece was
domestic. They have a dispute, people. Why would she jump out the car? Remember, the man is driving. You can't drive the car and beat somebody at the same time. It's bullshit. So I'm saying that he didn't kidnap her. They all go in the car together, people. Pay attention here. And she want to jump out the car because she didn't want to be in the car with him. This is dumb. 100%
in a Cypress parking lot after a domestic disturbance with her boyfriend. Garza says her niece was trying to get her car back from her boyfriend and believes Caraballo might have fallen out of the vehicle.
She was trying to get her car back and she might have fell out the vehicle. No, people. They tell you she jumped from the moving vehicle. Wow. Okay, listen.
It says that they had, she was telling him, I don't want nothing with him. It's over. Give me my car. He said, no, I'll wait for you.
Law enforcement officers are also investigating 2 other instances last week where they say women fatally jumped out of moving cars.
You hear that, people? Pay attention. 3 of them right there in the same week. 3 women jump out of a moving car. All 3 of them die. Why they feel like it's safe to jump out of a moving car? No, people, it's bullshit. So the man gonna kill him. The man was gonna kill her, so she have to jump out the car. Moving car that she died when she jumped out. Wow, people. Unbelievable.
Argument with either their boyfriend or male friend.
When you're in a moving vehicle and someone is driving, you have no control.
You have no control, but what you want? Why did you go in there? Wow, unbelievable. And what could he do to you in that car while he's driving? Worse than what you're gonna happen to you when you jump out of the moving car? None of them survive, people. Wow.
So they felt like it was so dangerous in the vehicle.
It was so
the
dangerous.
only way they could survive is to get out. That is
wow, it's so dangerous in the vehicle. The only chance of survival is to get out. Wow, unbelievable. That would be a dumb judgment there. Wow, and none of them involve a gun, people. None of them involve a weapon. That means the man never have a weapon. Not even a damn pen. No weapon involved. And they feel like it was so dangerous in the car, they have to jump out while it's driving at a rate where it can kill them. You believe that? It's just an agenda, people. And one thing, I don't want them to get to it. Let me tell you this right now. All of them supposedly was drunk. Period. All the cases. All 3 of them that they mentioned right here, they all was drunk, was in some nightclubs and bars, And then they got this so-called supposedly fighting in the car, and the woman end up jump out. So at the end of the day, it's gonna be the alcohol, right? What would you blame it on for somebody to jump out of a moving car? That's bad judgment.
Terrifying.
Domestic violence advocates say sometimes in moments of intense fear, your body does what it needs to get away.
Hopelessness means that there is no other way out.
It's bullshit. Your body don't move without your brain. Your brain is what control your body. But your body doing what it think is safe or better. It's bullshit. Wake your ass up. Garbage on.
Needs to get away.
Hopelessness means that there is no other way out.
Wow.
And so that's the only way someone could feel as though that the chance of mortality is the answer.
So far, none of the 3 male drivers have been charged in relation to the women's deaths.
You hear that, people? They never was charged. Why? As you could see them post up that shit right there and there. They're playing with the damn masses. But pay attention.
Less than until law enforcement and prosecutors are convinced that they can show criminal conduct beyond a reasonable doubt, they are not going to do anything.
Yeah, what should they do?
2 of the 3 male drivers are facing charges for driving while under the influence.
Bam. You see that right there, people? They're faced with driving under the influence. All of them was drunk. All these cases is overnight where they're out there drinking and partying, and then the woman decide to jump out of the car because of an argument, and you're gonna say it's domestic abuse and they wanted to break free and all of that. Why be in the car with him to begin with? I already told you what it is. It is an agenda. And of course they're gonna poison the mind of the human being for them to be like, yes, I don't wanna have no ties or no communication or no ties with the opposite sex. That's what they're planning. Watch this one right here.
To get to more news now, it started with 4 women. Now, additional women have joined a lawsuit alleging they contracted incurable diseases after a janitor tampered with water bottles in their office space.
You hear that, people? This is one of the dumbest stories you're ever gonna hear. And it tied to the same thing that I just tell you. Yes, man is so wicked and all of this thing, women have to stay away from them. They give you all these dating apps and swipe left, swipe right, and then now they're talking about all of these things that's happening with people that dating each other on these dating network, these apps. They say woman done poison man done rob woman and beat them, all of these things from these same dating apps. Like I say, they're setting you up for the kill. Pay attention to what they're giving you right here.
KPRC2's Taisha Walker live in East Houston with their stories. And Taisha, more than a dozen women have come forward now.
1 dozen women.
Brandon, there are now 13 women.
13. Pay attention. 13 women come out and say this right here. Pay attention.
All named in this lawsuit filed today. Their attorneys say there could even be more women out there that don't even know that they are infected. We do want to warn you that the details that you're about to hear are very graphic and are not suitable for young children to hear.
Oh, it's graphic. Okay, let's listen.
The fact that I can no longer leave my water bottles anywhere or my cups at a party just like that.
Okay, pay attention to this right here, people. The fact that they can't leave their personal water bottle and cup. What is this right here, people? I told you, they always have an agenda on the table.
I don't want anyone to catch what I have.
Wow. Attorney Kim Spurlock is reading part of a statement from one of the 13 victims suing the company that hired 51-year-old former janitor.
Pay attention, people. He's a janitor, 51 for the number 6 coding. But pay attention right here. This person don't exist. They show you these computer-generated people that they create. That's what you need to understand, and you'll never see them again. Most of them is 100% fakery they put together.
Lucio Diaz, 3 other companies, including the management of this medical office building in East Houston, are also listed in the $1 million lawsuit. Spurlock and her co-counsel initially filed a lawsuit last October, where 4 women said the water in their office space had a foul odor and a yellow color.
So you hear that, people? The water in the office got a foul odor and a yellow color, and you still drink it? What that describe, people? A foul odor and it yellow? That's piss. Okay, let's go back. So you telling me that they still drink it after that? Listen.
Initially filed a lawsuit last October where 4 women said...
There go the plus right there on the damn water bottle, the cross. Pay attention.
The water in their office space had a foul odor and a yellow color.
Okay.
Some say they stopped drinking from the shared water jug and brought their own water bottles, but noticed the same odor.
You hear that, people? So they bring their own water bottle and they notice the same odor. So they bring their own water and the same, it still look and smell like piss. Okay then. So when you bring it from your home, it was nice and cool, nice and, clear. But now when you bring it to the office, it becomes smelly and yellow. Okay, listen.
One of the women decided to set up a camera at her desk.
Okay.
It caught Mr. Diaz coming into her office to clean her desk, picking up her
Take a listen, people.
water bottle, taking his penis and rubbing it all over the water.
Oh my God. Picking up the water bottle, take his penis and rub it all over it. You believe that? Wow, what a fucking dumb shit. And that's where they get the STD from. And that's explain the color of the water and the foul odor. You got it? I'm done. All wide world is dumb. That's why they can pass off these stories on you. Listen.
Office to clean her desk, picking up her water bottle, taking his penis and rubbing it all over the water bottle.
Where did he get the penis from? It was in his pocket? Or he got it in his hand the whole time to just rub it on the bottle immediately?
Box says the victim sent the video to the building manager, but no action was taken for more than 6 days.
Wow, 6 days, called in again. So they show him that, they show the peoples that, hey, listen, this janitor that you have right here is going around pissing in bottles and leave it for us to drink here. And they leave it for 6 days, didn't pay attention to it, so he could do it again. Listen.
During that time, Diaz was still allowed into the building and was allegedly caught on camera repeating the act.
And they set up more camera again, people, and he repeat the act again. Even though they already make the peoples aware of it, that this guy is pissing in our water. Listen.
Now 13 women who work in the building say they contracted 2 incurable diseases as a result. Herpes and hepatitis A.
Wow, hepatitis A and herpes, they come from the man giving them his piss to drink, I guess. Because they say rub his penis on the water bottle. That's it. I tell you people, wow, unbelievable dumb world we live in, man. Unbelievable, but like I say, it's for women to hate man. That's it. Nothing else. Women to hate man, they have the ones for the man to hate woman. They're setting up the Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what they do.
Diaz allegedly confessed to police late last year, saying that he had a sickness. We know he is charged with 4 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
People.
That deadly weapon
deadly weapon. Yes, the deadly weapon is the herpes. You see that right there, people? And of course he confessed that yes, he got the dangerous herpes. So he just do some janitor work to spread it around in these medical buildings. You believe it? 100% fake shit. But like I tell you, they're setting up the end of times with Sodom and Gomorrah. It got to be involved. All the people on earth gotta be corrupted all the way to the T, whether they know it or not. That's what they do. Move.
A lot of empty carbs. I gained some weight that I lost back. Everything that you took it to hide comes back.
As we go get to the so-called Ozempic, because I already told you people, you see, the government, them smart. They know how to ruffle the feathers of the people. So what they would do is, they give you these fake food, these food that they use to blow you up. I already told you to make you unhealthy. And then they're going to bring some formula, some magic potion to save you from that. They already know you're going to get fat, you're going to be unhealthy, obese. So they set it up for them to be like, yeah, we're going to save you right here. We didn't control what you eat and what you did, but we can help you out right here with some Ozempic. Like I told you, the so-called medication to treat type 2 diabetes, it can't cure it. It only can make you live with it. That's it. And then in the commercial, they have to mention that you lose weight by using it and act like that's not the reason why they're selling it. You don't get it or what? Once you mention it can make you lose weight loss, they already know. They trigger off something in your brain. You want it immediately. That's the reason why they put it on the social media with those sodomites advertising it on TikTok. The Ozempic advertises that this great weight loss drug. You take it and everybody's showing, oh, look at me, we lose a lot of weights on it. And now you hear them come crying about the after effect. And like I say, none of those things, you can't stop taking it once you start. I already told you that. You're going to have difficulties. You're going to get fatter than you was. All of that shit going to come in place. Pay attention.
Those cravings, everything.
3 women sharing their stories about life on Ozempic. Shay Murray is a single mom and type 2 diabetic.
Murray is coding 33. And you see him right there in the damn plaid jacket. Freemasonry.
Ebony Wiggins also has diabetes.
Faker.
And Danielle Baker, who was prescribed the drug to lose weight.
You hear that, people? Was prescribed the drug to lose weight. Because actually that's what it's about. The diabetes and them things, they want you to just feel like you can lose some weight by taking this Ozempic. And that's how they go get you.
So the company says it's not a weight loss drug.
And then they go say it's not a weight loss drug, but look at the commercial. Pay attention to what the commercial plant in your head.
2 of the 3 women did lose some pounds. An outcome mentioned in the ads.
Oh, up to 12 pounds.
You hear that, people? That's it. That's it. And plus, they give it a catchy so-called, tune. That I already told you. This is how they capture the masses. Wow, unbelievable.
Part of that weight loss comes from the way Ozempic works. It mimics a hormone that makes you feel full longer, reduces food cravings, and suppresses your appetite.
Okay, that's not solving no problem, people. That means it covering up something. Just like I told you with pain medication, it numbs the body. It numbs you. It never take care of the problem. It numbs you so you can't feel the pain. The pain is still there. You just can't feel it. Same shit right here. Pay attention.
Reduces food cravings and suppresses your appetite.
How?
How did you feel about food when you were on Ozempic?
Didn't even think of it. Looking at a bag of Doritos was kind of looking at a pair of socks.
You hear that? And that's not good, people, because what it do, it release some chemical in your damn brain. You don't get it, people. It's all got to do with your brain. You might punch your stomach with it, but it's in your brain. That's what it's working on, your brain cells, people. Wow, so how you think you control these things? How you think these things come up? It's your brain. Your brain is the machine, the operation, the chip. So that's what it disables your brain. It's some chemical it releases in your brain to make you think that a bag of Doritos, you're looking at it as a pair of socks. I already told you that's not good, people. That something is eating away your brain. Listen.
Shay says if she overate, she would feel nauseated. A side effect Ebony also had.
Wow.
No matter how little I seem to eat in that sitting, I would get nauseous or I would throw it up. So
you would throw it up. That's not good, people. It's that wicked chemical they got in the Ozempic. That's what doing that to your brain. You don't get it, people. Your brain control your body. It messing with your brain cells.
I ate less. I just didn't feel good. Even just drinking water would kind of upset my stomach and make me feel a little nauseous.
Wow.
While not everyone experiences side effects, Danielle says in addition to the daily nausea, she also felt constant headaches. The discomfort made her stop taking Ozempic after 3 months.
And that gonna be a problem, and 3 is according. Pay attention here, people. You can't come off those medications. That's why even when they recall it, they tell you don't come off it. You don't get it, people.
She says she didn't expect what happened next.
Everything came back full force, right?
Wow,
like
there you go.
all the crazy cravings that I've struggled
I told you this before, people. When I did the first video on it, what did I tell you? The fat gonna come back worse than it used to be. Take a listen.
For the sweets, the junk food, felt like I was overcompensating.
Danielle's weight didn't drop. She says she gained 8 pounds while on Ozempic. And after stopping, her weight climbed 20 pounds.
There you go.
Shay says she hoped Ozempic would put her type 2 diabetes into remission. But after 2.5 months, her insurance coverage changed and she lost access to the drug.
What happened when you stopped taking Ozempic? For the first, I'd say, week and a half, you still had that numbness to food cravings.
Yes, the numbness because the chemicals still in your body. Take a listen.
And then suddenly it was like your body woke up and discovered, hey, I like bread.
She says she has to fight the urge to eat and is working extra hard to control her weight and diabetes.
Ozempic is not like a magic pill. You still have to work at
You see?
exercise and
you see that, people? That's what they all gonna tell you at the end of the day, but you have to be messed up first. You don't get it, people. They're not passing it off as these natural things to do. They're not passing them off as good until you're back against the wall. You're gonna see them come and say, yeah, you know, it's good to do a little exercise. So what the hell is the Ozempic for? What is these pills for? What is this medication for? If you could have just do some exercise to begin with and eat healthier. Stop eating those fast food, those processed food that they made to blow you up and give you diabetes. Stop it, people. You got to put your foot down. All of these supposed remedies sitting on the side make you want to be reckless because you think the government have something in place to save you. It's gonna make you worse.
knowing your portion control.
I was on Ozempic for about 6 months.
Ebony experienced nausea and vomiting while on the drug, but together with diet and exercise, she lost 25 pounds. She stopped taking Ozempic because it became too hard to get. Her appetite also came roaring back.
There you go, people.
You could say that I appreciated eating a little too much.
Endocrinologist Dr. Priya Jaisingani says these women experience known Ozempic side effects. She says an abrupt end to any weight loss plan can have a rebound effect.
Worse than you used to. Even those supposedly, surgeries. Those liposurgeries that take away your fat cell. Now the fat is gonna be out of control when it comes back. You hear me, people? The cell not there to control it. You got to understand this is what they do. It's all by design. Like I say, your demise, they're not coming to save you from that. They're gonna make it worse. They're the one who put it in place to begin with, to put the pressure on the masses. Everything got to do with your weight and all of these things. Of course, they have all of these tips and new things to solve the problem, but you're dumb if you're trying it. I'll get into it. It's gonna make you worse.
The best way to go about doing this is to make small and gradual changes that people can adhere to in the long term.
Because the drug is not approved for weight loss, the makers of Ozempic tell NBC it was.
But why did they mention it, people? Why did they mention the weight loss in the commercial? They already know that's all the people need to hear. They don't want to hear nothing else. They're numb to the side effect. They don't want to hear it. The side effect that just go to 1 year and go to the next. They're only taking the fact that you lose weight on it and they're gone.
Studied for weight changes following discontinuation, and they say they don't promote, suggest, or encourage off-label use.
They're full of
Dr.
shit.
Jaisingani recommends a multi-layered approach to medicated weight loss. In addition to your prescription, talk to your doctor about
No medication weight loss is good, people. None. They're gonna pollute your body with chemical. None of that shit is good. Even what they call vitamins in those bottles is bad for the masses. Go natural, I told you. Taking less of those food that they're giving you is poison. Yes, some of them you cut it off clean. And some of them you just take in small portions just to stay alive. If you eat too much, then it's gonna kill you, people. It's gonna kill you faster. So you have to stay off those processed food and all those GMOs. Try to eat natural. And then when it comes to you, you're supposed to be activity. Yes, you have to be active. Don't be sitting around binge watching these dumb shit that they give you to. Because it's all by design. They lock you down in your home in the pandemic. It feels good to be sitting around just chunking down that food. You still can't come off it even when they tell you the pandemic is ease. You can go back in the street, but I already told you, you're already hooked to a habit eating. Let's get into some food that we go break it down and show you why the mass is going to have diabetes and obesity from eating any one of these food. Make you run. Now, take a look at this right here. As you can see, these fish right here running down the conveyor belt. Now, when somebody see this right here, they're probably looking at it like, man, it's just fish. But you have to understand, remember, these are salmon, by the way. And when you see the label on it, because this is going into a package, when you see the label on it, what it gonna say? You're gonna say wild Alaskan salmon. No lie. You're gonna say wild Alaskan salmon. There's no Alaskan in it, and there's no wild. You understand? So this is what they do right here. This is how you get salmon right here. Pay attention. You see how they do it? They have all conveyor belt and machine, fillet it and everything, and it looks so good when it come out, when they package it. You see there? Put it in a package and send it to the masses. Now, I already told you about all packaged food. None of it is real. It's not natural. Now, take a look at this place right here. You see the pond? That's not Alaska. And that's no wild. Go back again. Now, take a look. This is a controlled environment right there. Anywhere where you see them go bringing out fish from in abundance, controlled environment, farm-raised fish. That's not good. You hear me, people? Farm-raised fish is not good. You know why? You don't know what produced that shit to begin with. Where does it come from? It is lab work to get the fishes in these so-called water right here in a controlled environment, 100% in. So that means this food is not real. It don't matter if they tell you they get it from the nature. Naturality is fakery. Take a look at this facility right here. Yes, where they get, look at all these fish bundled up right there. Take a look. And they come out, they're not even flapping. So they're already dead. And that's a lot of things that they're hidden from you. How they actually kill these things before they put it on your plate. You never know if it's already dead. Take a look at those fish. They're stiff. Yes, because they're GMO fish. They never was a natural fish to begin with. They make them all right there. And it might sound stupid, but they do. They make fishes. And it's easier for them to make fish than the ones than the animals that you see running around. And if you can admit that they can do that, there you go. They actually make fish. That's what they do. That pond of water that you see, that big old pond, that's where they make them right there. Breed them up from day one, from scratch. And then package them up right there. As you can see, they're going down the conveyor belt. Some gonna be fillet and be in your damn store. Walmart, all of your big stores, the government own, you're gonna see them. You're gonna see them in packages. You're gonna see them out look like they're fresh supposedly. Just sliced and sitting there in a glass case for you to get. But take a look at this right here, people. This is important to understand that these never come from the ocean. Only oceans you should get fish from. These wild Alaskan salmon, as they tell you, to come from Alaska? No. Unless they call this factory Alaska or wild Alaskan. You understand? That's just what it is. And then it come from there. So it is wild Alaskan. Take a look at this right here, people. The machine gonna gut the fish and everything. But I already told you, these are not real fish. And I already did a video and break it down to show you how they actually come up with these salmon to make them this big. They mix them with eel. Yes, eel supposedly, you know, DNA and things make up this fish right here to make him look bigger and plump, so they can have a big old wild Alaskan salmon supposedly in the store selling you for a lot of money. Pay attention to these machinery that you're eating food from. Factory food, people. No factory food is natural. There you go right there. You need to see more? They factory made. All these fish, factory made. And then they tell you that a lot of those fish come from Thailand, and they basically fake the name. Lie to you about a fish that real expensive, selling you a cheap one. But this is how they do it. Come from factories, especially those salmons that they tell you they have in abundance. and tell you it's good for you. Take a look at this right here. All factory produce. They can't fool everybody. That's what they do. None of them things is natural and real. All factory food we get. Look at this right there. Pay attention. All conveyor belt, like boxes. That's how food's supposed to be? I don't think so. Nothing good come from that. It can't be clean. And like I say, people, you have meat running through your fish. You're going to have some kind of insect, rats and everything. Yes, that actually attracted to these things. Fly and everything. I already told you. This is not clean. This is not sanitary right here, what they're doing. And plus, the main thing you need to understand, these salmon that they have right there never come from the sea. You see that right there? They made them 100% control environment. You get these fish from, you see it? And then later on, you seen it Walmart. They're more pinker than that because they actually put another substance on it to make it look appealing to the masses. Take a look at that right there, people. It's not real fish, all GMOs you get for the damn food. So there you go. You don't have to ask why you get obese. What kind of chemical they use to make these fish. What kind of so-called cells. What kind of DNA. Those are the questions you need to ask. So you're sitting there saying, hey, I'm eating natural. I'm eating some salmon. The salmon was created right there in a damn factory. Yes, fillet and brought to your table by the government people. You never catch a salmon and cook it yourself. You see that? You don't catch salmon. You don't fish. And even if you fish, you're not catching no salmon. Like I say, it's fake fish they put together right here for the masses. No doubt about it. Let's move on. Take a look at this here right there. Pay attention.
Australians eat more chicken than beef and pork.
And I told you already, people, with these packaging food, you don't know where it come from. Sometimes you're there gonna buy some chicken wing and you see it look battered up and bruised. We go show you why that happened. And a lot of these meat that you're eating is not good. Why does it come battered, beat up? Wow, let's listen. Come on. Go back. We go get through this and show you some things. Food is no good, people. Look at all these chicken, and I told you they pump shit in them to make them look more plump. As you could see it right there, and they lie. All of them go the same way, talking about old chicken and farm-raised chicken and free-range chicken. All fake shit for the masses. All of them is factory-made, 100%. What you think? Where is the chicken come from? Or they come from eggs. Where does the egg come from? Or they come from chicken. Which one of them come first? That's a mockery. When they say, what first, the chicken or the egg? It's a mockery because they know the answer is in the question. It's fakery.
Australians eat more chicken than beef and pork combined. Add to this our huge appetite for eggs, and that's a lot of chickens being raised for food around the country. And eventually, all of them need to be killed.
You hear that? Pay attention, people.
In Australia, around 500,000 chickens are slaughtered every day. That requires dozens of slaughterhouses, each killing thousands.
But the question is, where does those chicken come from? They made them in labs, people. Even when I was a kid, I know that. Young dude. When I was real young, I seen it. I look at them like, okay, these people go buy these box of chickens. These little beanie things and the little yellow feathers coming off them. A whole box of them. You don't get it, people. They made them. They got the eggs in there. They run it through the conveyor belt and it come out to be chicken. They run it through some eating process and before you know it, it's chicken. That egg wasn't natural to begin with. I'm not playing, people. Where did they get that egg from? You have to have the egg first before you can get a chicken. So with no chicken, where did the egg come from? I already tried to tell you the question is the answer. It's a hoax, people. They create that shit from day one and keep producing it. And I'm always gonna mention, you never see a chicken walking around freely that don't belong to somebody. I'm not playing. It don't matter where you go, country, far away, foreign country or whatever, you never see a chicken that don't belong to somebody. That means they're not natural. Where did they come from? I already told you. People have to buy it. It comes from the egg that they hatch right there in a factory. Where does the egg come from?
Of chickens every hour. Australia's largest chicken slaughterhouse alone kills 2 million chickens a week. So how does the chicken industry handle the enormous task of killing such a large number of animals?
Take a look at this right here, people. You think it's about the slaughtering? Pay attention here. Can you imagine this place right here, people, with nothing but chickens? I already told you, people, they're producing these things. Unbelievable. They even have the ones that they say supposedly lay. They lay egg for you to eat, not to hatch to make other chickens. It's unbelievable when you look back at it, people. This is fake food. No doubt about it.
Chickens are killed at only 7 weeks of age. For layer hens, it can be closer to 18 months old.
You hear that?
The average age...
Layer eggs. Layer hens, meaning they only lay to supply eggs. Pay attention.
At which they stop laying enough eggs to be profitable
to
the egg industry. To discuss how these chickens are killed, we need to understand the language that the animal agriculture industry uses. Processing is the term used to describe turning living animals into meat.
Processing? Processing means that something is added to it. Something not natural. That's what they call processing. That's what you need to understand. Processing this meat to give it to the public is different from when you just kill a chicken and serve it up. Pay attention.
Stunning refers to rendering animals unconscious before they are killed.
No, and that's not right, people. You render them unconscious before you kill them. Okay, listen.
Slaughterhouses use 2 main processes to kill chickens. Electric stunning and gas chamber stunning.
Gas chamber? Electric, so they shot them to death or kill them with gas? Wow. You put them in a gas chamber to kill them? Just like you do a human being that's supposed to be... Come on, people. This is wrong. Wow. Wow, look at this.
Electric stunning begins with the chickens arriving at the slaughterhouse, packed in transport crates.
See that? Packed
Workers then shackle chickens by their legs upside down onto an overhead conveyor.
Wow. Don't worry about it, people. Them chicken come from a factory a couple days ago and they're already big and ready to put in the damn slaughterhouse. What did I tell you? Take a listen.
Shackling is painful and stressful for the birds.
Yeah, that's what you worry about.
Chickens' hips can be dislocated and their legs broken.
Yes, they're going in the pot. They're gonna cook them. They're going to food. Now they're gonna be food for you right here. You worry about it. It broke. I already told you they're battered and bruised up. Most of the chicken that you see gonna be beat up. Take a look.
Shoved into the shackles, and their wings can be injured as they flap in distress.
You see that? That's the reason why it's black and blue and beat up with blood in there. Like, you know, blood farm up in one area. That's what happened. Because of the way they kill these chickens. Look.
The conveyor then carries the chickens towards a shallow water bath that has been electrified.
Electrify them by the head alone.
As their heads are dragged through the water, they are electrocuted and rendered unconscious.
Wow. Unbelievable shit.
The conveyor then moves the unconscious chickens to an automatic cutter, which slits their throats.
Slit off their head. Wow. Look.
The chickens bleed to death while shackled on the conveyor.
Wow, they bleed
Finally,
to death.
their bodies are immersed into a tank of scalding water to loosen their feathers.
Wow, there you go, people.
The carcasses then go on to be fully processed to become meat.
Process to becomes meat. Process. That's why we've all.
That is how the system is designed to work. However, things can and do go wrong. Some chickens are only paralyzed by the electric current, leaving them conscious and able to feel pain. Others lift their head above the electrified bath and are not stunned at all. These birds are then fully conscious as their throats are slit by the automatic cutter. It is also possible for the auto cutter to miss, leaving birds alive. A worker stands by with a knife to manually slit the throats of any birds who have survived. But the system is not perfect, and some birds are immersed in the scalding water tank while fully conscious.
Wow.
Gas
Take
chambers.
a look, people, of how they're loading these things on. You can tell that's not supposed to be livestock the way they're handling it. It's something that they made, people, for food for you. That's where the chicken come in. It's not a natural creature. I don't give a damn. Yes, I eat chicken, but the truth is the truth, people. This is a fake food they bring to the table to feed us on this side of the earth. 100% in. Where did they get it from, people? With all these supposed manufacturers in these factories and them things, you believe that's right? You believe there's nothing natural going on there? No, people, this is wrong.
Of meat chickens also begins with the birds trucked to the slaughterhouse in crates.
There you go. How long ago
Slaughterhouses
they
use various methods to gas chickens.
gas them?
In this system, the crates are placed onto a conveyor. The chickens are carried into a gas chamber, which is sealed shut, and carbon dioxide is pumped in.
Wow.
Timings vary.
Wow, people. And that's how you're gonna eat? That's what you're gonna eat, people? They put them in a gas chamber and poison them to death? Oh, okay.
Between methods, but after about a minute, the chickens are rendered unconscious. Some slaughterhouses seal the birds in the chamber until they are dead, which takes about 5 minutes.
Wow.
In this system, the dead or unconscious birds are then carried out of the chamber in their crates and tipped out onto another conveyor. From there, they are shackled, bled, and scalded in a similar process to birds who have been electrically stunned.
You hear that, people?
Gassing of spent layer hens usually happens not at a slaughterhouse, but on the farm itself. The hens are taken from their shed and moved into a large airtight container. As the carbon dioxide concentration in the container increases, some birds panic. The chickens then experience a powerful and urgent sensation known as air hunger. They struggle to breathe. Some die from cardiac arrest, and some from asphyxiation.
You see what I tell you, people? You can't eat no meat that go through that. I don't care. You can't eat no meat that go through that process, people. You can't. So now you understand why we unhealthy, why we get obese, why we get diabetes and need these things that the government put on the table. Because we already in their hands. We at their mercy. They're the one who feed us this food. It's not good for us, people. Like I don't tell you, this side of the earth have nothing to offer but destruction to the people. They're serving you up all of these food. It's not good. It's not a good way to live. See you right there with the factory. You see how they do the chickens and then they serve it up. Why you gas chamber the chicken? Why they have to die from cardiac arrest? Remember, any animals or things that you're supposed to be eat, you have to kill it, people. I'm not playing. That's what I learned in my lifetime. That if it die from other reason, don't eat it. Do you get it? That means if you see a chicken dead, pass out dead, don't eat it. You can't eat it unless you cut off the head and you kill it. You're not supposed to eat it, supposedly. The same thing with a damn cow. You don't find a dead cow and say, oh my God, a cow. And then you cut him up and put him on your plate. No. So when they kill these animals using gas chambers or torture them to death, and then they're going to feed you the meat, that's not good, people. Let's move on.
Today, we are going to large-scale pig farms in some states like Iowa, Minnesota, and North Carolina.
Here we go again.
To see how the process.
Take a look at these supposedly pigs right here. Where did so much of them come from? It's got to be an operation. We're going to see it in this video. Take a look at all these pigs. And I know, people, they just make them for food. 100%. These right here, they only make them for food. You got wild boars. You got the wild boar, wild pig, whatever you want to call them. And then you have these that they made. Why you think all of them look the same? Same damn way. Everything is same. They move the same way, everything. They're all made right here. Pay attention.
Of raising millions of pigs happens before they are sent to the pork processing plant. Currently, the United States has more than 63,000 pig farms.
And that's a coding, 666 coding right there. Pay attention.
Of different sizes. And the number of pigs is about 72.2 million heads.
Wow.
Most large-scale pig farms are concentrated in states like Iowa, Minnesota, North Carolina, and Florida.
And they have no vegetations to feed them. As a matter of fact, the pig, he don't need no vegetation because he's not even natural. That's what you need to understand. What you think keep these pigs alive. Shit that they made, you don't get it. The things that they made to plump them up so they can look good on the plate. Look.
This is the process of inseminating cows.
Inseminate them. Inseminate. Take a look to this right here, people. What is the chemical they put in this
in the Iowa.
Pig? Look.
Insemination time for each sow will last from 15 to 20 minutes.
20 to 15. What is that? He shove up the pig ass, people. Wow. I'm telling you, man, we doomed, people. That's why we sick, man. That's why we sick and dead. Look.
Currently, Iowa is the state with the largest number of pigs in the country.
Look at this shit.
With about 23.3 million pigs distributed.
23.3. All coding, people. All Freemason coding. But pay attention to what he do. He stick a hose inside the pig ass. And then he have some kind of drip, some medication right there. Something to leak out in the pig. Wow. And that's food. What is that chemical? Okay, what's what?
5,400.
Look at this right here. There you go, people. There you go. All of them got that object stick in the ass to feed them that portion. Wow. I did a video and show you they feed them some nasty shit till they flip over so they can be plumped and ready to go to sell. Listen. Look, there you go. Wow. Unbelievable, people. Unbelievable. Take a look. The pig don't even have a tail, people. These just look at it. No tail, people. Just a hole in the back so they can stuff that shit in. They're not real born pigs like that, like normal growth and born. They're the one who doing all the process to it. Anything you see after is them make it. They make the whole thing, people. The pig that go on your plate. As a matter of fact, all food. They're the one who come up with it. Whether you see an animal and say, oh, that's an animal that we can eat, they're the one who come up with it. That's why you don't see cows roaming around free. Where it come from, people? The only pigs you're going to see running around free, wild boars, wild pigs. Not these. These made specially for food.
About 115 days after insemination, hundreds of sows at this farm have started breeding.
So there you go, people. So we already know they got a lot of ways to create these things, but they're showing you the one that look more natural. Yes, so they put some chemical in the pig and then bam, you can have 15, 20 damn piglets. You see that right there? What did I tell you? All the foods we eating is made 100%. It's somehow created by the people who own us. That means it's not safe. That means you're gonna be obese. Yes, you're gonna have diabetes. You're gonna have complication, and then you're gonna die.
Every year in the United States, 40.5 million piglets are born.
There you go. By what? By the shit that you're poking his ass? Okay, we understand now.
About 1.5% of them die shortly after birth. The piglets at this farm will be exclusively breastfed for 1 month before being fed other foods. In recent years, the United States has always ranked third in the list of regions with the largest number of pigs in the world.
You hear that?
The first place is China, with 449 million.
And they tell you right there that China is clowning the pigs for food. Yes, it's the same thing they do all over the world. They clown them. That's how they make them. That's how you get so much food on your plate. That's why it's unlimited. It's in abundance. All of those chicken, cows, pigs, all them ones you eat is in abundance. But the ones that nobody eat, they're going extinct. You understand?
Followed by the European Union with 142 million. Currently, most pig farms in the United States use corn, soybeans, along with other kinds of growth feed as feed for pigs.
And that's bullshit, people. 100% bullshit. Like I don't tell you, if you see them stick something in the pig ass a while ago to drain some chemical in them, for them to have some piglets, and you're telling me this is what you feed them? No. Bullshit. All chemical they feed them to make them plump. And none of these places that they show you can grow these. Ohio, all these things, you think they can grow these? You gotta be kidding me. The earth is no good, people. The dirt can't grow nothing. No grow no damn corn. Unless you spread all the special dirt all over here. You buy it from Home Depot or the same type of shit they sell there and line it out so you can have a farm right here. It's fakery, 100%. Like I say, all of those animals that you eat was created some way, somehow. Just like I always tell you about them producing these fruits and vegetables without seeds. Where they get the seeds from? Yes, these things is questions you need to ask. Where would they get all these plants from? These big old things right here to feed these pigs. Where would they get these corns and these grains from? They can't grow them there. So I already told you, all of this shit right here mixed with chemical to blow them up so they can be big and ready to go. First thing you have to remember, pig don't eat vegetation. They don't. They rather eat a dead corpse before eat something that grows. That's what you need to know about pigs. They're scavenger. You're not supposed to eat them, period. But pay attention right here. This is what they sell you right there. You think it's all natural? None of those animals is, including chicken. They all produced by the peoples to feed you. That's what they do. In this side of the earth, the government people have to feed you. They're responsible for everything going on with you. You understand? Including you eating. There you go. And now you can have this slaughterhouse right here. Yes, they make these pigs in a couple weeks. And before you know it, they're ready to go on your plate. There you go right there. What more you need? There you go, people. And if this don't tell you something, you sleep. It's time for us to get off these things, people. Like I say, there's nothing that's gonna come easy. You can't break the spell that they have on you. It's not coming easy. It's not just breaking it and it's just easy to do it. No, it's not. It's hard. So that's why I'm saying these things is challenging for you to stop eating these things that you stuck to already. But you have to do it gradually. Take your time, break off, and come away from it. That's the only way you can do it. Like I say, when you're taking small potions, you hear those people telling you that, oh, we doing all these things and, you know, we take the Ozempic to block out this and block out that and you don't have no appetite. You can control that. It's all in the brain. It's all in your mind. Don't take something to alter your mind or alter your brain for you not to want those things. Train your brain. You're not wanting it. That's how it is. Train your brain to take in small potion and see it don't work just like the damn medication as far as it telling you, yeah, you don't want it. Yeah, you tell your brain, hey, I don't want it, and that's what it is. Your brain understand that, hey, that's not something that I have to have. But if you tell yourself that's something you have to have, then you have to have it. It's simple as that. It's all in your mind, people. Now, I got another video, you know, basic, a little bit off topic as far as what we done break down already. But we go get into it because we don't sleep on nothing that they bring. Let's get into it.
This is a slime robot, fully capable of moving in any direction through tiny spaces, around objects, and even grabbing onto things tightly. And it's completely created and controlled by humans.
You hear that? Now, what you gotta understand, this right here, the reason why I'm showing it, because it's something similar to what they pump in your body. It's something similar they put in your bloodstream. You understand? For this pandemic. Pay attention right here and see if you can understand.
It's not flubber from the movie with Robin Williams, a greatly unappreciated scientific masterpiece. This slime is truly a groundbreaking discovery and creation that could change the future of robotics, medicine, and humanity. Yes.
You hear that? Why robotic got to do with medicine, people? I already told you. It's the same thing they stick you with and call it a COVID shot.
The future of humanity may be impacted by a magnetic turd. Okay, in all seriousness, what exactly is it and why is it significant? Well, we use robots for all sorts of purposes, but they aren't exactly known for their dexterity and nuanced touch, which is why this robot simply learning how to peel a banana without smashing it to bits was a huge breakthrough just this year. Miniature robots have also been created to navigate tight spaces, like these tiny objects coated with a magnetic spray, making the delivery of pills to a very specific part of the body a possibility. And the rise of nanobots has even opened the potential for microscopic machines.
Yes, so the rising of nanobots, what I tell you, people. Okay, so the rising of nanobots, where the nanobots at? Did they tell you where it's at? I already told you it's in that shot, people. That's what they serve you up. Why you think it was so important? Why you think Joe Biden still have the so-called travel ban on? That nobody can visit America unless they have these things in their body. You don't get it, people. And now the human body gonna be so amazing. You can put your hand on something and it read you. You can do all of this. You can stick something on you. Why? You've been chipped.
Could be deployed inside the human body and act to identify or even destroy cancer in the future.
Of course,
but robots,
see, they have to mention cancer because they know that's one of your biggest problems they put on you. So now they're coming up with all of these technology, and once they mention, hey, it can cure cancer or save you from cancer one day, you're going to say, yeah, hooray, I'll go with that. But you don't understand, it's a trick, 100%. But them put some tiny robots in your body, you think that's good? Robot that can control you? Okay.
Combining the ability for tight or tiny navigation and physical manipulation together are super rare. On the one hand, you have elastomer-based soft-body robots that are great for gentle manipulation in sensitive environments, but are limited in their deformability or how small they can get. And on the other hand, you have fluid-based soft-body robots, which are really good at fitting
fluid-based, like this damn shot, people. Look.
Into small spaces, but are limited by their unstable shape. This is where our slime robot comes in. The slime is made up of a polymer called polyvinyl alcohol and borax, which can actually be created fairly simply. What you end up with is a slimy, blobby-like substance that can act like both a liquid and a solid. This behavior is called viscoelasticity, and it's kind of like when you mix together water and cornstarch and make oobleck, the non-Newtonian substance whose viscosity changes.
Yeah, of course you can tie it to any damn little thing that the human being already used to make it sound simplified. But that's bullshit right there. You're talking about liquid metal, liquid robot? Okay then, come on.
Under pressure. If you smack it or touch it really quickly, it acts like a solid, but if handled slowly and gently, it acts like a liquid. The same is true of this slime. But what gives it its unique ability to move are tiny particles of neodymium magnets. Neodymium can create powerful permanent magnets that are super useful when you need a low magnet mass or volume, and in this case, because the slime is so small, the researchers wanted to use tiny magnets with high power. And these magnetic particles within the slime can be manipulated in order to make it travel, rotate, or form different shapes.
I'm quite interested in using the magnetic field to drive, this kind of tiny device inside the body. The main advantage is that the magnetic field is not that harmful to the tissue, to the body.
Okay, so we've got a magnetic slime robot on our hands, but what exactly is it for? Like, what can it actually do? Right now, the biggest focus by its creators seems to be in the medical field, though it's certainly not.
You hear that, people? So you come up with a liquid robot and the first thing you think about is in the human body? You think about health? This is bullshit here, people. Like I say, the human being gonna be a cyborg. No doubt. You're not gonna be a complete human being. You're gonna be controlled by systems. Listen.
The body.
Okay, so we've got a magnetic slime robot on our hands, but what exactly is it for? Like, what can it actually do? Right now, the biggest focus by its creators seems to be in the medical field, though it's certainly not limited to just that. Because of the slime's ability to navigate tiny spaces and be manipulated, it could be useful in the digestive system. For example, if you...
It could be useful in the digesting system, like I don't tell you. This is what they use on you. But they will never tell you. They just show you, there, we got this thing that we can, to see how you accept it. But they already poke it in your body without your consent. Because you don't know, you didn't agree to this. But that's how the world
or a child swallowed something toxic like a small battery, the slime could be deployed to wrap around a toxic object and help prevent toxic electrolytes from leaking out. Much like other miniature soft body robots, it could be used to assist minimally invasive surgery or even targeted drug delivery. The slime is able to navigate channels as small as 1.5 millimeters, which is tiny. Like this tiny.
That means it can go to a damn injection needle, a syringe. That's what they're telling you right there. Pay attention.
They were proven to work on multiple surfaces and substrates in complex environments from plastic to glass, silicone, water, metal, and paper. Ultimately, the slime is extremely versatile, which is rare for conventional liquid-based robots. It can stretch up to...
Liquid-based robot. That's the thing you need to take from that right there. Liquid-based robot. So that means you can't tell me they didn't liquefy those bots to put in those shots. That's what they do. So now they juice you up. They can tell you about this right here to see how you accept it. That's how they do it. This is basically a little small study right here on your ass. But they already give you that thing in your body. It's already there via juice. Yes, another Mag Bam Thursday podcast, man. Appreciate everybody for taking this in. And like I say, anybody who have problem with, accessing these podcasts, man, that that lock, you gotta contact Spotify, man. Make sure you check your message, your email, and make sure they send you a message to confirm. You check it and confirm it. Or if they don't send you one, you have to go to the support, the customer support, and chop it up with them, tell them what the problem is, and they will solve it. Yes, Mag Bam, I'm gone.